Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Everything, all of the things. Hey guys, how are y'all doing this evening? It's 8:17. I'm 2 minutes late. Hey JD. Hey Tara. Yeah, I moved it back because I wanted to watch Dylan Rounds' virtual memorial. Moonvale. Yeah, I do too. I definitely want to see the autopsy reports. That's going to be some sad info. Hey Heather. Yes, we're going to go over this. It's going to be interesting to go back and like look back over it. 1 second. Need a straw, baby. Thank you. Had my daughter make some coffee. Iced coffee because I'm tired. I don't know. I have no idea. However much his wages are worth, I think that's how it works. I think that's how it works because there's a story. I actually am going to end up doing a live about this probably sometime next week. It's the story of the guy that I've been talking about for a while. And I think some other channels gone over it. The guy, I think his name is Lucas, something or other. Anyway, he was arrested for murder because his DNA was found underneath the victim's fingernails and he'd never met the guy. Never once even been in the same room as him at the exact same time. And it took some skills to try to figure out what happened. I recorded that like way before I ever painted this, before I dyed my hair and everything. And I've gone back a couple of times to try to like re-edit it. And I'm like, this is such an old recording. I don't even like this anymore. So I think we're just going to like end up going over the whole article live here soon. Hey, JB. Hey, Megan. Nothing half-assed. Hey. Jen and James. Hey, Wendell. Hey, Tina. Jane. Hey, Camry. Well, thank you. Hey, Sassy Patriot. Hey, Heather 4. Erica. Yeah. Madego. Hey, I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing? Yeah, you're usually live a lot on your own stuff. So awesome. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, Laura. Too fast, too please. Look, I hate my eyebrows. I don't do anything. I try to literally just try to make them stay the same shape, but I've got one mama eyebrow and one daddy eyebrow, so they're just cray. You found a straw? Thank you. Love you. Bye. She's slamming my door. You heard that? Stayed up. Oh my goodness, girl. It is not shameful to be on replay crew. You don't need to be staying up that late. Cray. Hey, Doc. Hey, Michelle. Tornado. Did I miss something? Oh no. I hope y'all are all right. That's scary. I've never had to deal with a tornado. Hurricanes. Been through some hurricanes. Hey, Susan. Didn't you post a video of hearing? Huh? I don't know what that means. Hey, MP. We're going to give it our 5 minutes. Like we normally do. Of course, I say that, and then it goes like 10:15, but we're trying to keep it at 5. And I know a lot of you guys have seen this. This is nothing new. Nothing new at all. I just really have been liking going back through stuff now that we know so much. Like, it's one thing to have gone back and sort of like refreshed your brain after like the first year or so, but now we're hitting on like 19, 20 months and all the information that just came out over those hearings. It's like, okay, now we really got to like go back and pay attention and see what they're claiming is something legitimate. It doesn't exist. Hey, Moonflower. Hey, hoping for answers. Me too. I'm hoping for some answers too. Yeah, I'm not under the impression whatsoever that Bryan is ignorant to what's happening. Literally at all. I think he very much knows what's going on. Hey, Tonka. Hey, Randall and Lori. Hey, Velen. See, I never asked for that stuff. It just feels weird. That's why, like, even in the one of my video, in my videos, like, everyone just kept telling me, like, you have to, like, put it in there. It's just, like, a thing. It helps, like, even visually remind people to help, like, whatever with the algorithm, but it just feels so weird saying it all the time. So that's why I just like, I have it just like recorded and edited and cute, and it just goes in there. I'm just not. Yeah, and I honestly am wondering. I'm wondering what they're going to do with this stuff with Dawn Daniels, because some of you guys that have been here for a while know that this was like a big thing for me, and I say this all the time, that she just literally didn't care. She didn't want to drive the 10 to 12 minutes it would have taken for her to go from Bryan's apartment or her police department over to Moscow or wherever to get the blood samples put where they needed to be. Just like left it, no phone calls, no nothing. Like, that's just absolutely insane. Like, they couldn't even let nobody know. I just don't understand it. Well, I can tell you about the tablets in jail, because whenever I was still with the idiot, he had a tablet in jail, and it's not like open access. Like, you have to go through certain apps, and people have to put money on your stuff, and you have to pay to like listen to music, pay per TV show or like per movie, and then it's per message, it's a certain amount, per picture message, it's a certain amount. They can't just like hop on YouTube and free stream. It doesn't work like that. Hey, Ro. Oh, thank you again, Dago. That's very sweet. Yeah, a lot of people have talked about the golf clubs. I mean, honestly, as big as Ethan was, I'm telling you now, it would have taken something special to like really take him out. Honestly, I'm really kind of wondering about that, because, that's what I kind of like meant to say. Got like off track. The Lucas story of the guy who was arrested, he was in jail for like 6 months before his attorney figured out the actual connection about how his DNA got on the victim's fingernails, even though they'd literally never met or been in the same room together at the same time. Okay. And because he was homeless, it wasn't worth anything. He was actually taken care of better being incarcerated, because he was one of the homeless that would like go to the emergency room for a bed to sleep on every night. Like, it was that kind of situation. So he was actually taken care of a lot better. Like, whenever he was arrested for it, even though it was false charges and he was like, or whatever. But yeah, because he was homeless, he ended up being in jail for 6 months and never got a penny. But I mean, technically he got medical and food and all those things. He still should have been given something, because that's crazy. But yeah, that's how they like, I guess, price it. I don't really know. Put a price on it. Just wild. Hey, Viviana. Where'd you go? Right here. I know pretty much everybody is seeing these. So I'm going to show y'all the drop, because this is something that every creator has. And most people that have just been following this case have. It's been out for forever. This was released, and it's 166 pages of nothing but information from the Washington side of things. And it's about the apartment, the search warrants. It has, for some reason, 2 different copies of Blaker's exhibit warrant, whatever the hell. I haven't noticed any differences in the 2 of Blaker's that are in here. I don't know why there's 2 of Blaker's in here, unless one's just separate for what was submitted to her, and then she also made like maybe a copy to put it as an exhibit on her own search warrant, Dawn Daniels' search warrant for Bryan's apartment. But I read something in here that normally wouldn't, like, didn't give me pause whenever I first saw it on the search warrant for his apartment. And now that I know so much more, it's giving me a lot of like, I'm questioning some things. So I'm glad that we're going back through this. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Bonnie. Wrong about what? I didn't see if did you comment something else after the last comment, because I wasn't sure. I don't know what this means though. Didn't you post a video of hearing a word in it? I don't know what that means though. So I don't know if you're wrong, because I don't know. Yeah, they do. But this guy didn't. It's in the article that he didn't get a dime. And there's been a couple different times where they didn't either. I guess it's really just all dependent. Yeah, it's interesting for sure, because it fits the theory of my cereal box situation I'm always giving out there. Okay, so we're going to end up going through this in sections, like throughout the next, like, I guess, like 2 weeks, maybe altogether. Because right now there's quite a bit of pages that have to do with the apartment. So right now, this is just like the gag order stuff. We don't need to go back over the gag order stuff because everybody already knows about the gag order stuff. It actually really kind of starts like right here, but this is also out of order because this page 7 is the additional amended portion that was added to the search warrant for Bryan's apartment after they claimed that they saw that storage locker. I don't even believe their storage locker story. I just don't. Hey, Summer. I don't believe it at all. Most people have seen this. For those of you who don't know, I guess I'll just run through it real quick. And I should have maybe pulled up the videos, but to me, like a lot of people have already seen the body cam, and there's not really much to see on it. Like basically everything that's handwritten, right? It's down here somewhere. I saw it yesterday. Something in here that's handwritten by Dawn Daniels is verbatim what she ends up reading on the recording in the body cam video of them getting the additional search warrant signed. So it's basically all the exact same thing, honestly. But this is basically just saying that whenever they were in Bryan's apartment, they had found a padlock that was round in shape in the living room closet. And then she states, because you know how they want to base everything on their training and experience. Based on my training and experience, I recognize the padlock to be the shape of locks typically used on storage units. See, the part that bothered me about this is that she worked for WSU and this was WSU housing. So wouldn't she know just by working that area and knowing that that's like part of WSU's housing for their students and their TAs, that they would all have an associated storage unit? Like, I feel like that's something that she would have just automatically known. So why it's like, oh, because of my expertise. What are you talking about? Like, shouldn't you know that that's normal? And then it says that the lock is round in shape, which she said that twice. I just realized that she said that twice. And design limits the ability for it to be cut off. A key matching the lock was also found in the living room, in the TV stand next to the keys, which appeared to be for their Wilson Short office. So he just had anything that was like not necessary for him at the time, just left in the apartment. He didn't need to take his office keys. He didn't want to. And people ask about this. Okay, well, if he didn't know that he was fired or was going to lose his job, why didn't he take his keys with him? I don't know. Maybe because he didn't want to leave him all the way back in Pennsylvania whenever he came back from Christmas break and then be in trouble. That's a good reason not to take your keys. That's what I'm saying. Like, she would even know the logistics of the floor plans. You would think so, right? Because it's WSU housing and she's a WSU officer, not a Pullman PD. It's two different things. Two different things. But no, she acts like she's like shocked and surprised and suspicious storage unit full of cobwebs. Had nothing in it. Okay. This is the evidence log, guys. And there are things on here that people think are like hella suspicious that to me are not really all that suspicious whatsoever. Okay. The very first one, and I noticed that they did this on purpose, guys. Let me tell you about psychology when it comes to these damn cops. When they did these search warrants, okay, notice that the very first thing at the top of this list is what? A nitrile glove. Okay. That's like a red flag to people that are following true crime. All right. Now, whenever you look at, and we're going to go over it, whenever we go over the Pennsylvania list from his parents' house, even though it's not the knife, even though it's not the one that everyone is trying to figure out where it is and there's a knife listed as the very first object on the inventory list. And I'm like, you know, damn well, that's not the first thing that y'all pulled as evidence. So why y'all playing with me? Like, they're doing it. It's psychology. It really is. The very first thing gives it like a shock value. And then it just keeps on going from there. I know exactly what they're doing here. It's all very psychological. Okay. So the very first thing is the one nitrile type black glove that was found in a closet on the north wall of the entryway. So basically like where he hangs his jackets and his coats and stuff. Nothing special. One Walmart receipt with one Dickies tag. Now, this is why this is interesting. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to rush to the end of this. Where's my little paper? In the world is all of this? Oh, that's the Class and Kohberger stuff. Where is it? We're just going to go down here because it's down here and I know what it looks like, but there's for a reason. Because you notice that right there, it just stated that they took a Walmart bag with a Dickies tag, right? But y'all remember that they said that whenever Ann Taylor showed up at Bryan Kohberger's apartment, that whenever they went in there, they like made a beeline to the bathroom and grabbed this receipt in this bag out from underneath the cabinet. So if there's like obviously more than one Walmart bag and a Dickies receipt, then obviously Home Dude just didn't like to throw away his receipts for some reason. I don't know. But it sounds like it's the exact same thing. And I could have sworn I wrote this damn page down. This is like the one page I didn't write down. Let's see. Okay, that's not it. It's right here. Okay. This is where they're getting like their tails twisted, okay? When they went to Bryan's apartment on 12/31, because he was arrested on 12/30, and they didn't execute the warrant until the next morning. At least that's what I remember reading yesterday, that she told Blaker on the phone whenever he apparently called to ask when the search warrant was going to be executed, that it wouldn't be executed until like 700 hours the next morning, like 7 a.m. the next morning. I don't remember exactly if that's what it showed on the body cam timing. I don't remember exactly, but I'll show you the part of the search warrant where she says that. Anyway, people like Nancy Grace are making this huge narrative out of this receipt that was taken from the bathroom, blah, 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 blah. And they're mixing up this narrative, this paragraph, this sentence I'm about to read you with what was already taken from the inventory, which was taken like 10 to 12 days in difference, time difference, okay? After Dawn Daniels explains to Ann Taylor that she misplaced the 3 blood samples, okay, we'll get to that part too. It says right here, members of her team took photographs of the apartment and removed a receipt from a cupboard in the bathroom. That's as far as that statement goes when it comes to the cupboard and the bathroom and the receipt. It doesn't say anything about there being a Dickies tag placed nice and neatly on top of a Walmart receipt and tucked away inside of a Walmart bag underneath the bathroom cabinet. It does not say that, does it? It doesn't, Dago. It doesn't mean anything to me because they're twisting the narratives. Like I just showed you, okay? This is page 156. Let me write that down because my stupid self didn't write that down. To begin with, okay, let's go back up here to page 8. Oh man, I gotta remember this microphone's right here. Is this not the Walmart receipt with the Dickies tag that little Miss Nancy Grace keeps talking shit about? Is that not the exact same one? Now, how is this receipt, this Walmart receipt with Dickie tag that is so nice and neatly placed together? How is that the same one that 10 days later Ann Taylor's team goes in and takes out from the bathroom cabinet? It's not the same one. The dude has receipts in his house. I was a couponer. You know, I drove my entire house crazy with receipts, bro, because I was couponing everywhere. And it wasn't just receipts. It was coupons, paper coupons, printed out coupons, receipts, promo codes from restaurants. I was keeping all of it. All right. I was keeping all of it. All of it. No, I don't remember that. That's what she said? Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to have to go back and listen to him now because I didn't think it was worth it because I didn't really feel like she did much. Yeah. But yeah, like I've even gone in. I mean, I have videos up where we've gone in and we've tried to like figure out by the speculation of the damn receipts from how much they're claiming was on the receipt. Just all the speculation, trying to figure out, okay, what outfit could it have been? What could he have possibly bought? And, you know, everybody has it in their head that it was like this Dickies coverall thing, like a weatherall, like basically like something that my ex-husband would have bought whenever he worked in the oil field is how like I think about it in my head. But then again, you also have to think that the fact that Bryan's like a bigger guy, like I know that the chick that's crushing on him in his sweater vest and shit over there, she acted like, you know, he was like slim fit or whatever, but he's got like really broad shoulders. He walks with a very elongated step. He's not tiny. He's not tiny like at all. So I don't really quite understand the big deal with this receipt because they're twisting him. They're combining what was taken from the apartment on the 31st of December and what Ann Taylor's team took out of his apartment on January 10th. Yeah, we went like on the websites and everything. We went on the websites, we looked at all the different styles, trying to figure out which Walmart had what. I remember. Yeah, he's at least 6 foot. I've heard, and I don't know. Did he? Okay, well, he sat behind him. Twizzy sat right behind Bryan Kohberger. He would definitely know. He would definitely know. But you can just tell, like, even whenever he's just like sitting down and the cameras are far away, like he's got, even in his red jumpsuit, in his suits in the courtroom, like you can tell he's a bigger guy. Like he's a manly built guy. So I can understand why people are like maybe trying to figure it out, but how come we didn't realize this, that they were twisting these two together? Yeah, I heard that there was a possibility he was 6'2" and that his ID was like incorrect, because I think his ID says 6 foot. He's at least 6 foot though. That's still a big dude. So it's just amazing to me that people like Nancy Grace, with all these people that get paid probably like 6-figure salaries to help her do her research as she spews out behind red eyeballs, that they haven't even figured out that y'all are twisting up narratives that are 2 weeks apart from each other. This Dickie tag is not the same receipt or anything that no team made a beeline to the bathroom to grab. Which that doesn't even say that either on that paper, does it? Let me go back. 156. Members of her team took photographs of the apartment and removed a receipt from a cupboard in the bathroom. See, that doesn't even say whether it's underneath the sink or not. I've been in plenty of bathrooms where they have cupboards that are like 2 on here and 2 at the bottom, separate doors, double stack, like a, you know what I mean? It's so stupid. I can't believe it. Like this whole time, they've been going on, and I'm like, something just doesn't seem right about any of this stuff. This doesn't make any sense. Whole time they're talking about two things that were 2 weeks apart. Ridiculous. Okay, anyway. 2 Marshall's receipts. Again, found in the entryway closet. Like he's basically just coming home from the store and taking his stuff out of the bag that he's buying and just like tossing the bag into the closet. Like, come on. I'm sure Nancy Grace has 1,000 receipts in her house. I mean, she got money to shop. Just ridiculous. Okay. Dust container from Bissell Power Force vacuum. Like, I understand the reason why they took the vacuum, right? To check the filters and all the insides and stuff for evidence, which we know there was none. I need to stop hitting this thing. Do y'all hear that when my thumb hits this thing? I thought putting it over here was a good idea. It might not be a good idea because I talk with my hands a lot. I think I mentioned that yesterday. Move this over some. Okay. But we did hear rumor from neighbors talking that he would be up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning vacuuming, can't sleep, OCD, all the things. I mean, I'm a lot more relaxed now after my daughter got sick, but before her diagnosis, I was one of those OCD people that everything had to be in alphabetical order. All the DVDs had to be in alphabetical order. Their children's books had to be in alphabetical order. Everything in my closet was color-coded and then hung by sleeve length. I was hella OCD. Everything had to be perfect. Everything had a place and nothing didn't belong anywhere else but. I relaxed a lot. But I'd be up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning after I'd done put the kids to bed, gone to classes, and worked all day just to make sure that my OCD was satisfied. There was just no way in shit I was going to go to sleep unless I made sure that the A's, the B's, and the C's were all together right. Like, there was just no way. Oh, that's not true. And if you see it on a crime show, it's because it's not real. It's because it's filmed. I want you to tell me the last time that on a news segment on your channel TV, did you have you ever seen a body taken out on a gurney? That doesn't happen in real life, guys. Like, I swear, every day I get a comment like that, and every day I have to be like, they cut the cameras off. Y'all don't even like understand. They cut the road down to Taylor. They cut the road down to Taylor. You couldn't even go up King to get to Queen, however that damn little cutoff was. No. The last time, I think I said this yesterday. The last time I remember seeing anybody being rolled out anywhere on a stretcher was Anne Heche when she popped up out the body bag. That doesn't happen. They don't do that, guys. They just don't. They don't want to trigger people. They don't want to freak people out. They're not going to roll dead bodies out underneath sheets on cable TV. It just doesn't work. That too, like embarrassment, they don't do it. And the people, and like a bunch of people are like, okay, but how come nobody recorded it? I don't know, maybe because they were shut down. They were cut off. They were told to go down on Taylor, everything. They had cops from all over the place, all over that place. And on top of that, how many hours afterwards would it have been, guys? It was probably after dark before the bodies got rolled out of there, because the 911 call was at noon. The homicide detectives didn't even get there until 4:00. And if the PCA is accurate whatsoever when it comes to the cops' timeline, then ISP was just beginning to set up to start collecting. They can't move the bodies until crime scene says, okay, you're good to move them. Until then, and they get all the photographs of how the bodies are laid so that they can do all of the spatter measurements and everything. No, it was probably well after dark. Oh, well, yeah, but did we see him, or did we just see his weird ear and half of his face? Okay. See, yeah, you were a firefighter guy, so you would know. And anytime there's anything like that, like on the road, like they put those big, huge whatchamadoodle things up to like block everything to where nobody can see nothing. It's very, 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 very private. I mean, they probably had to do it a certain way because of the gurneys, because of the situation. And on top of that, you also think about this rigor. I don't know if it would have started de-escalating by the time the bodies were coming out in order for them to be moved around, but that's always like a thing to consider too. So yeah, whenever people say that, I'm like, guys, News Nation is not going to show you a bunch of bodies being taken out on stretchers. And I know that there's like certain creators that are pushing that. I've seen them do it. Hold on, I'm trying to like fix this because I don't really, what in the world? Discard. I wish, is that the right one? I don't know if I like that. Hold on a second. I'm really just like trying to get the hang of this stuff. Make this bigger a little bit. I think that works. I think scoot it over. In the middle. Holy crap-oli. Okay. Now this next one. Hey, Allie. And then this next one is, okay. 2 got crossed out, and then it got put 8. So they thought they had 2 possible hair strands, and then it turned out to be 8 possible hair strands on the head of his Libman broom. Meaning he swept his own hair up. Because there's no connection between him and the victims. There's no explanation for the lack of evidence. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have probably started on the decline. But it was hours. It was probably dark. There's just no way. They probably were very creative. They probably had to do something in the dark, moving them bodies. I mean, was that you? Oh, yeah, but that's you. Like, there. They're not going to show that on national television. That's you watching it in real life. It's not aired on MSNBC. I just find it funny that so many people keep saying that after all this time. And I was like, guys, that's not real life. Like, and I think, honestly, some of y'all might take offense to this. I think y'all are all fine enough in the brain not to. I think a lot of us humans that are in the true crime community have become a lot less human and a lot desensitized. And so a lot of stuff that comes out, like, it doesn't really give us that shock value. So I feel like we have to now give it shock value to get the same effect. It's almost like a drug. I've really kind of been trying to like psychoanalyze this entire thing because there's so much going on when it comes to TV, and they'll do all kinds of stuff on these TV shows and just have the most like violent scenes. And it's like, fine, rate it PG-13 and slap it on a screen. And that kind of stuff, it just like completely screws us up. So whenever people are like, oh my God, but we didn't see a body. Well, just because you see a body in a movie or on a TV show doesn't mean that that's real life. And people are on screens watching things like this 24/7. So it's sort of like, you know what I mean? It's all a very psychological situation. It's very psychological. Okay. Now, this next one is, now I don't know why he went to like write AM and then crossed it out, because it's a Fire TV stick. So maybe he went to go write Amazon. But I was wondering about this because it was just like plugged into the Samsung TV, which is normal, right? Totally normal. But I was also told that you can use these for storage. Like you can use them for actual like storage devices, which I didn't know. I'm not all techie and stuff like that. So I have no idea. I'm just going to believe what the tech people told me. But I don't feel like if it just played movies and like apps like a Roku TV, that they would have taken it in. I feel like it makes sense for it to be an item that can actually like hold storage if they took it in as evidence. So then this next one is a possible animal hair strand under the computer pad on a desk in the northeast bedroom. So that would mean like on a desk under like, well, I'm not going to like lift it up because then all my keyboard and everything's going to fly everywhere. But y'all know those pads that you put on top of your desk and you put your keyboard and your mouse back on top of it and it's like foamy-ish. Something like that. Something like that. But if they're claiming no explanation for lack of evidence, then it can't be one of Murphy's. And you could literally pick up an animal hair. He could literally pick up an animal hair walking from his car to his apartment door just because like a cat was in that area or somebody just walked their dog. You know what I mean? Like that animal hair doesn't really mean much at all. Like literally. And then we have, where's it at? Okay. Possible hair on the east wall on the shower tiles. Now I'm really wondering, I'm trying to find something for my hair because I don't like how it's doing when it's starting to dry. Oh my geez. If I have to put on this headband, I'm going to look like a 12-year-old child. Anyway, I think this is ridiculous. I mean, I understand again why they felt the need to take all of his stuff out of his apartment that they saw, but we all get hair on the shower. Would y'all see it? It's the only one I have. It's in my face and I don't like it. We all get hair on the shower. It's just hair. And again, no evidence, no connection. They basically just spent, I don't know, $2,500 to test Bryan's hair to prove that Bryan's hair was in his own apartment. Congratulations, guys. Great job. Then we have another one in the shower drain of the shower. So again, you know, he takes a shower. That's great. That's awesome. And then the possible hair, again, under the computer pad on the desk. Is that the same one? Northeast bedroom, under computer pad. Computer pad. So this person is just assuming that number 7 is an animal hair, but number 10 is human. I mean, obviously you can tell the difference. I mean, animal, I guess, is a little thicker. But what if it was just somebody with really coarse hair? Because some people have really, 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 really coarse hair strands. Really coarse hair strands. Why are y'all arguing like a bunch of 5-year-olds? Stop arguing. Seriously. I'm not playing referee. I do it all day. Okay, number 11. One possible hair strand from an uncased pillow on the north side of the bed. Again, he sleeps on a pillow. Boom. He sleeps on a pillow. And then they took the computer tower, which I get. I totally get. Taking the computers, taking the electronics, figuring all that out. That's completely duh, right? Then we have this white towel from the shelf of the kitchen table with a diluted, does that say diluted? Pretty sure. Diluted red-brown irregular stain that was negative for blood. Did we pass up anything that was positive for blood? I don't think so. No, not yet. See? Negative. Negative for blood. Now, there was a dark red spot, a small flaked off surface upon touch, west sink corner counter. I've dealt with blood. You've all dealt with blood. I will figure that out. It's not, look, I even went on my daughter's phone. I even went on my daughter's phone and I was like, okay, go to my channel and let me see like how it works for me to try to like join the memberships. And Melissa Jade has showed me this before and I just didn't stick to my brain in order to find this. I'm gonna have to go back in our text messages and get the info from, because she sent me like this whole like instructional list. It was very detailed and I need to go in and get it. But I've dealt with blood. I've dealt with blood that once it dried on a hard surface, it sort of flaked, but also paint and certain like highlighter juices. And so do inks. Sometimes if a certain thickness of it dries, it'll flake. Notice that it just says A and they didn't actually mark it for whether it was positive or negative. They didn't even mark it whether it was inconclusive. They just said that they were not able to test it. It says unable to test collected without test. How'd you collect it if you couldn't test it? Because don't you have to like spray it? There's like a whole like squeezy thing that you put on it, or you spray it with something and it lights up a certain color. Well, I mean, maybe if he was bleeding while he was drooling, because they're claiming that it's red. Reddish, you know. So I don't know. But they don't even bother testing it. They collect it even though they don't know what it is. It could be ketchup. Pizza cutter. Yeah, I've seen a couple of y'all mentioning the pizza cutter. Pizza cutter, top drawer, west of sink, east of fridge, reddish scratch in the middle. So they only took it because what? Some marinara sauce got stuck in a scratch in the middle. Like that's what it seems like to me. He just made some pizza and some pizza sauce got stuck in it. I mean, I really hope this home dude ain't shaving with no pizza cutter. I'm just saying. I just don't think it's, I don't know. I mean, I'm not even going to say what else it could possibly be. There's just no way that it's anything else. It's marinara sauce that somehow got embedded in the scratch in the metal in the pizza cutter. If for some reason, I mean, does that attest to the type of like wounds that they believe that they have? Because for them to be collecting it just because it has a reddish scratch, that says one thing. But then we also know that we've had like all kinds of different descriptions of these wounds. So does this kind of like give a little bit of a testament to what they think happened here? If they're really for real taking a pizza cutter. No, I mean, I know. But I'm just saying. Like, is this really like how far their brains are thinking by the crazy stuff they saw? But then again, I don't think Dawn Daniels would have seen anything. The only thing that she had was a conversation with, I think, somebody that was either ISP or a Fed. It's in her search warrant. And then Blaker. Just Blaker. So I don't think she saw any photos. Yeah, it could be rust. But that's like sad. You're like a whole cop. And you can't tell the difference between some rust and some pizza sauce. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And then we have a dark red irregular stain on the side panel drawer, second west of sink. Negative for blood, but they still wrote it down. Irregular stain in the sink. Drawer. Panel drawer by the sink. West of sink. In the kitchen. Probably a piece of rust. Probably just a piece of food. It wasn't blood. This just proves there's a bunch of random reddish brownish blood stains, not blood stains, but reddish brownish stains all over this dude's house that aren't blood. No, they're not even like the saddest. The sad part is these aren't even the worst. They're not even the worst. Not even. Horrible. Horrible. Then we have a screwdriver that had a brown spot on it. So we just decided, does this say 3132 screwdriver? Is that like is that like a brand? I don't know. I probably should have found that out. No. Okay. 3/32 screwdrivers. It is like a thing. Now, I just saw the word. Where to go? I know I am not tripping. I mean, I'm really like not tripping. It says right here. I clicked on it though, and it's not showing me what I need to see, but they exist. So it's just a type of screwdriver he had, nothing special. And it had a little bitty brown spot, a brown spot. Then we have an Ajax soap, Ajax bottle of soap near the bottom edge of the west side of the sink with a small dark stain. So they basically are trying to make it seem as if he just did a whole bunch of like cutting up of some things in his kitchen. But none of these things are testing positive for blood. So if it's not blood and he just got a whole bunch of little sprinkly things everywhere, what is it? Because some people think that the actual blood samples are just him having like nosebleeds, which is totally possible. But if all these other spots that are reddish brown, brown, red, whatever, if they're not blood, then what's the point in all of this? Why even write all this stuff down? That's why I'm kind of confused. But I guess they take it back in and they test it again. But again, Ann Taylor said no explanation for the lack of, which is important. Then we have another one. Ooh, 1 second. Oh, thank you, Coffee Cake. It's very sweet. Thank you. All this stuff just seems so normal. Just all so normal. So freaking normal. So another Ajax bottle of soap with a linear stain. Because I guess the guy's not allowed to like spill anything. I just don't understand. Okay. Then there is a switch on the north wall of the kitchen behind the sink, dark reddish stain. Again, negative. So they just think like what? He's cutting stuff up in the kitchen and then just going around touching stuff. He's supposed to be this PhD student in criminology, but he's chopping things up in his own kitchen and then going around and touching his switches. Miss me with this boo-boo. This is so dumb. Right? Like, I highly doubt he would just have remnants of some Ajax soap. It is. It's like marinara sauce. So ridiculous. Because, like, seriously, what if he was making, like, spaghetti and he left the pot going, like, just too high of a boil and he literally just got, like, spaghetti sauce everywhere? I mean, I've had that happen. We've all had our marinara sauce or our spaghetti sauce go cray-cray. Bubble up and go everywhere. Negative. Negative for blood. Then another switch on the north wall of the kitchen behind the sink. Behind the sink. See, okay, so that kind of makes me wonder what does behind the sink mean? Behind the sink. Like under the sink for the dish disposal? Behind the sink. Because these two things are the exact same thing. Switch on north wall of kitchen behind sink. Sink. Switch on north wall of kitchen behind sink. Dark reddish stain. Small dark reddish stain. They just listed this exact same damn thing twice. Unless they're trying to say that it's two different stains. It's not even the same. It's not even the same situation, though. That's one of the first things that we showed so far. See, that don't make no damn sense. I had the exact same issue yesterday. But then I had some people that were commenting telling me that even though they didn't have premium, whatever it's called, they weren't getting any ads. They went like 55 minutes, no ads. I was like, that's wild. So I don't know why. I don't know what the hell they're doing with that. That doesn't even make any damn sense. The faucet. See, I know that like the way that my kitchen is set up behind the sink, like our sink is like sat into like the corner of the kitchen, like literally the corner of the kitchen. And over here on this side, on the like tile of the wall, is two switches, and one of them is for the disposal. So that's what I'm wondering, like, if he just, like, it just seems like so normal, though, especially since nothing is positive for blood. Yeah, garbage disposal switch. Everybody keeps receipts for stuff. Like, seriously. Some people throw it away, some people don't. Like, I've got receipts literally in every room in my house. And I promise you right now, because my kids got their own money to spend, they've got their own receipts in their room. This is not abnormal. It's totally, 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 totally normal. Yeah, I don't understand. I'll go check it again though, because I'm curious. Because even after I like checked it yesterday, it was still happening, and I even showed it to you guys. I was like, no, this damn thing's on 24. That annoys me. Like, I don't like that because I know how I am whenever I'm watching stuff. So no, I'm gonna check it right now. I'm going to lower this from balanced down to conservative to where it should be less. Because instead of doing it on the 24 minutes, I left it on to where like YouTube is allowed to do it where YouTube wants to. Yesterday, like I'll show y'all how this looks right here. See, I had it on balanced where it was medium, and YouTube gets to decide, its little robot gets to decide what it's going to do and where it's going to do it. Okay. This time I'm going to put it on conservative, which is what I just saved it and had it on. Tell me what this does if it's less, because when I had it on 24 minutes, it was still doing stupid stuff. So this time I was like, okay, we're not even going to do a timing. We're going to just do the recommended stuff. So tell me what it does now that I've changed it to conservative. See, I know a lot of people have been telling me they've been having issues with it. What? Oh, no. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. You should not be getting ads every 5 minutes. That's wild as shit. Hey. No ads. I don't understand it. See, I tried it with my own timing, and then I tried it with YouTube doing their own thing, and both times it's not really... But still, it's not supposed to be doing that. It's not. I have it set that way so that it's not a nuisance. What? That's a thing? I have never not once seen a pop-up ad in a chat, and I've been in chats. That's a thing? I am shooketh. Okay. So yeah, they doubled this one, and again, whatever the stain was, it wasn't blood, so it was useless and a waste of time. Then we have the last one on this page, and it says, pink, red, irregular stain on the edge of a plate from the drawer. No, from the cabinet, basically saying that he put a plate up that had an irregular stain on it. But what kind of plate was it? Was it ceramic? Was it plastic? Was it one of those wooden bamboo-ish type plates? Like, what kind of plate was it? Yeah, I haven't seen them in... I have never seen it in chat. Well, thank you, Agnes. Thank you. 3:03 a.m. That's wild. It's crazy how the time difference is. You know what? It took me forever. Like, I feel stupid sometimes because I was trying to figure out exactly the time for the Dylan Rounds thing. Because that's why I pushed this live back, because I wanted to watch the memorial. I wanted to be like part of the like thing, just watching it. Just drop a sunflower in the chat every now and then and just listen to it. And so that's what I did after I got home. I took a bath and I just let it play. Then I got out and got dressed and let it play up until we were time to do this stuff. But I pushed it back to not miss that. And I was trying to figure out the timing. And I swear I spent 30 minutes, bro, trying to figure out what time in Texas it is Mountain time, Mountain Standard Time from Utah, because YouTube was messing with me. YouTube kept telling me that the Dylan Rounds thing was live at the time in 8 hours. But at the time I was trying to figure it out, 8 hours would have been 8 p.m. And I'm like, that's not accurate, because this is telling me this starts at 6 and I'm only an hour different, but YouTube's telling me it's 2 hours different. I was asking Siri, I was asking Alexa, I was asking all the things. I was like, something feels wrong. I can't figure out this time zone problem. Yeah. Yeah. Did you see Ara's video where she went out there to see Kylie's memorial and somebody trashed it? I think she's actually live right now. When I was just looking at the settings, I think I saw something. Hey, Lemon. So I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that, like, at all. And there's an update to the lawsuit between Upchurch and ICID. So I'm probably gonna talk about that this weekend. Or I might record it tomorrow and drop it at some point tomorrow, just because it's after work that I do stuff with the kids and try not to get on YouTube, but I might record it during my break. We'll see. We will see. And her CHP report should be done soon. I sent a request in because I was told by Steve Fisher that it was going to be soon. So I put in a request in and they told me, oh, it's not ready. Check with Truckee if you have any questions, blah, 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 blah. And then it turned out they needed like a few more weeks. I'm just like, how's it take this long? Oh, I know. Mine lies too. Mine does too. Well, it's my daughter. She won it. She won it. That's the only reason why I even let her have it. Because those things kind of freak me out. Those things freak me out. Yeah, it's negative. Pretty much everything. There's a couple. Yes, a 6-year-old. I had a 6-year-old intruder. Yes, I did. Yeah, most of it's negative, but there's some of them that are positive. But the problem is that they were misplaced for like almost 2 weeks. So how can you trust it? How can you trust it? Okay, this next page states microwave on counter in kitchen in the northeast corner, dark reddish long stain in the back. So what do they think he did to the back of his microwave? Nothing, apparently, because once again, it was negative. Dark discoloration in the grout of the counter tile just south of the microwave. Negative. Negative. Orange drip, south wall of kitchen, east of window. Again, negative. Northeast bedroom, the northeast closet, interior of the north door, dark red stains, multiple irregular in pieces. What the shit does that mean? What does that mean? Multiple irregular in pieces. So there's multiple irregular red stains in different pieces of the red stain, but again, negative. Yeah, that's true too. That's what I think they did, Allie. That's what I think that they did. They would have had to have done something like that if they took him out the front door at all, because I feel like the front door is really skinny. I honestly kind of wonder if they had to take him out the back slider. I've wondered that for like a while. Yeah, anything. Like they were literally looking for anything that just looked like it could be blood. But what I don't understand is why didn't they I guess I just don't understand it because I haven't done it. But to me, if they're going in and they're checking stuff for blood, I get maybe having to check it off or whatever, but then you have this huge inventory of stuff that's not actually evidence that's associated to make it look like you've got this huge inventory list of evidence when you really don't. It's just dumb. This is dumb. Small red brown stain on exterior door of northeast closet. Edge of south door of northeast closet in northeast bedroom. Very small red brown stain. Again, negative. First ad. It's been almost an hour. See what I mean? YouTube just does what it wants. But we know that already. Ugh, they on my nerves. They on my nerves. A real. 2 small reddish brown irregular stains inside of the south closet. North. Inside of the south closet north. These people sound confused. Irregular reddish brown stain inside south closet of northeast, north side of vertical wall in the center. Again, negative. A white towel on black brown stool, dark brown stain in the towel fibers. Again, negative. Super, super negative. Oh, thank you, Bella. Thank you, Bella. Yeah, that's probably what they did. I just don't know. I feel like the front door looks narrow. Does the front door not look narrow to you guys? Well, did the front door not look narrow to you guys when it actually existed? It's just so wild to me that damn house is still just gone. Insane. And brown stains on a towel. Maybe it's hair dye. His hair was kind of dark. How do we know he didn't dye his hair? I know guys that dye his hair. You know, my mom, she will get men that will come to her salon and pay extra money to have grays put in their hair if they don't already have gray. Okay. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if of the opposite, because we know that guys dye their hair or anything. Like he could have easily been dyeing his hair. Gray smear. Interior of south door of south closet of northeast bedroom. I'm sorry, but what liquid in your body that would be associated with a chemical, not a chemical, a crime, is gray? Why do they need to swap something gray? Isn't that weird? I find it weird. Now, I don't know what this says. Okay, so I guess it went to go say bottom of laundry basket, but instead it says underside of laundry basket, an orange smear. Even orange doesn't make sense. Even with the amount of like iron and stuff in somebody's blood, even orange doesn't make sense that they're looking at that. Oh my God, that's so gross. Alien skin flakes, alien blood. I mean, at this point, bro, see? Right? Never know. I mean, he was getting girls' numbers at the pool party. Maybe it's from him getting ready for the pool party. We don't know, right? Pool party so many months before that, but still, it's also so stupid. It's so stupid. Okay. Light brown streak, outside corner of laundry basket, northeast bedroom. So another brown streak. Exterior door of the exterior door of northeast bedroom. Small red stain round. Irregular red stain. What's a regular red stain look like? What does a regular red stain look like? I'd love to know. Northeast bedroom door. What the frick does that say? Is that supposed to say the door jam? JAMB. Is that what that says? West side of door jam. Small brown stain. So where the hinges are? Maybe. Small brown red. I am mixing up words. Small red brown stain exterior of bathroom door. Exterior of bathroom door. So on the outside, not the inside in the bathroom, but like out in the hall. Still negative. Negative. Interior of bathroom, little red brown stain. I mean, we saw him on his first court appearance, right? All cut up because he can't use a jail razor. And a jail razor really is jail razor. Like it's literally like a little bitty nothingness. Like picture the bags of the Bic razors at the store, right? The bags that have like number 2 pencil looking razors in it, right? Cut the quality of those razors down to like 15% and make sure that you know in your head it's a single blade. That's the kind of like razor. So he might have just not been good at shaving. Yeah, people did freak out. A lot of people thought, oh, he got beat up. No, he didn't. He probably bought himself decent razors, and then once you're in jail, you get boo-boo, and it's hard. People cut themselves all the time like that. Like, it's a common story. Listen to anybody. Listen to anybody who was ever in jail. They'll tell you all those razors. For real. Let's see, where are we at? Light reddish brown stain on outside edge of medicine cabinet. Again, something in the bathroom, probably from shaving. And look at it, like all of it's negative. We don't get to anything good until all the way down here. Isn't that insane? Insane. All these things, and it makes it look like they had so much. And in all reality, there's literally nothing here. Literally nothing here. Okay. Diluted brown stain on east side of door jamb of toilet room in bathroom. So is the toilet separate from the shower? Like, was there a whole like wall and stuff? Anyway, it was negative. Regardless. Negative. Small reddish brown stain on left edge of medicine cabinet in mirror bathroom. Negative. Probably from shaving. Literally probably from shaving. Small brownish red stain. Small brownish stain right inside the edge of the medicine cabinet in the bathroom. Again, probably from shaving. Brownish stain just above the tile, below towel rack, below medicine cabinet in the bathroom. That is some descriptive stuff. But obviously nothing because negative. Rust is really where I'm at with this because almost literally everything they've mentioned so far, besides like the closety stuff, is around water. Almost all the kitchen stuff and then all of this extra crap in the bathroom, it's all around a source of water. Yeah, but there's like a certain one that they like will give you for court that's free, basically. At least that's what I've been told by one person. Yeah. Metal usually with like the mirror door thingy, which also has like metal hinges keeping the mirrored glass on as the door. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. That's what's so crazy to me. Like people that are guilters that are not able to think for themselves will look at this entire list because look, it started on page 8. We're on page 13. And we're not done. Nancy Grace, people like Nancy Grace see this and think, oh, they just got so much evidence. Have you read a single piece of it? I mean, obviously not. Obviously, she hasn't touched a damn thing of it at all. Literally at all. Let's see. West wall of shower below curtain rod, light gray linear stain. A gray stain. Does your blood stain gray? Again, alien. Why are they testing gray stuff? Oh, Erica. Oh. This is like, I know that it's my like design, but I am going to buy my damn self my shirt. Drawers. I love it. I love it. I was bored. I said, let me do this. This is what I mean. Like, I just sit there and do funny stuff because I'm bored. I love print on demand. I love being creative. I'm going to wear that shirt into Walmart. So insane. I just don't get it. What's gray? What part of your body dries gray? I mean, right, but Why would they need to test it? Why would they need to test something gray? Okay. East sink of vanity, wood front face below countertop, light red stain, irregular in the bathroom. Again, this irregular stuff. What does that mean? What is the difference between small circular stain? Well, I mean, I guess maybe I just answered my own damn question. Something that looks more of like a drip drop or whatever. Oh my goodness. I did not just summon that. The drips or whatever, it would be like a circle. But if it's not, and maybe something else happened, movement maybe moved it around. I guess maybe the shape is what's irregular, but still, like, what is y'all's classification for that? Reddish brown stain, irregular shape, left wall of cabinet under east sink in the bathroom. Reddish brown linear stain on right side of shelf of cabinet under east sink in the bathroom. Again, around rust. Around rust. Light orange brown stain, linear irregular, right side of sink, bathroom. Yeah. Mm-hmm. East wall of shower, collected hair, see collection log. Well, isn't that what we're like reading right now? What you mean? Collected hair, see collection log. So I'm guessing that all the way down here on this page, they're referencing the hair on page 1. Or was it page 2? No, page 1. Right here, shower tile. And drain of shower. How much money did this cost? How much money did this cost to test all of this crap, go through all of this evidence for what? It's literally a bag of chips. It's just like the probable cause order that was written by the dumbasses. It's a bag of chips. It's all air. It's all air. It's gross. Yeah, I mean, we've only been here since December, and you can find all of this stuff in my house. Everything. Like, come on. It's just insane. Insane. So annoying. All right, let's see where we were. Medicine cabinet down here. Oh, yeah, the stupid one. Okay. Curtain rod in shower, underside of rod, west in reddish stain. Isn't that? Oh, thank you, Jake. Thank you, Jake. That's very sweet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel like they just mentioned that. Didn't they just mention like the east side of the shower rod? See if we can find it again. That's another thing. I feel like they've repeated a lot of this crap. All of this negative doesn't mean damn thing, completely useless crap. They like repeated a lot in here. I know damn well I saw the curtain rod before. It said like east side of the curtain rod, I swore. But no, that's the kitchen. Might be tripping. Hold on, I'm just looking to see if I see it, because I know I said it. Maybe I am tripping. Countertop. Huh. Could have sworn I read that already, guys. I don't know. Okay. Blind swab of east sink drain in the bathroom. What does that mean? That they don't have any reason to swab it, but they did it anyway, I'm guessing, because it's blind. Like they don't know if there's any blood, but they're going to just go ahead and do it anyway. Blind swab of the shower drain. But how is it a blind swab of the shower drain if they pulled a hair from the shower drain? Wouldn't that make that no longer blind because they already found something? And that would be the reason why they swabbed it. Tiny red stain on edge of doorknob, plate interior of entry door. So I guess like the front door of the apartment. But on the knob plate, you mean the metal? Yeah, honestly. Perfect description. Perfect description. South of entry door in living room, west wall, dark brown dripping stain. South of entry door in the living room on the west wall. But from where? Like from a windowsill, from the ceiling? Because if there's like a pipe issue, like it can leave stains on the wall from the inside of the wall having a problem. Or there could have been a problem before and it just wasn't painted over all the way, and so it looks like a dripping stain. I mean, these were apartments for college kids. $12/31. I'm pretty positive that's the date. Because in the search warrant, she gets asked on the 30th when she's going. Oh, they did go in at midnight. Did they, though? Hold on a minute now. Let me go find this because now I have a question to myself. Because I saw this yesterday when I was going through this. And I was like, hold on a minute. I want to find. And I don't think it'll work if I do Control F here. Oh, it does. It does. Okay. Okay. I think this is right here. Okay. At approximately 22:38 hours on. This is 12:30, right? Oh, damn. Where's the paper? 12:30. Okay. 12:30. I gotta make sure that I'm accurate. Maybe I'm not right. Because this like bothered me that she was basically letting them know there was going to be some hours that the apartment was going to be unattended. And that's what bothered me. That's what bothered me. So it shows on 12/29, our department was advised prosecutor Dennis Tracy would be writing a warrant for our department to serve regarding the Moscow PD homicide investigation. I was provided copies of the warrant and the application for the warrant to review, as well as the statement from Sergeant Dustin Blaker of Moscow PD transferring the probable cause to me. I read all of the documents, and after reading, understanding, and agreeing with them, I signed a copy of the application for search warrant and sent it to P.A. Tracy to put before Superior Court Judge Gary J. Libby. At approximately 21:28 on 12/29, I was notified the warrants had been signed by Judge Libby for the residence of the suspect located at Steptoe Apartments G201. And then, okay, at 22:38 hours on 12/29. So what is that? 10:38 p.m., right? 10:38 p.m. on the 29th. I was advised by Sergeant Blaker the suspect, Bryan Kohberger, had been taken into custody in Pennsylvania. And see, what's the time difference there? Because were we not told that he got arrested at like 4 o'clock in the morning? But she was told at 10:38 p.m. that he was arrested? Okay, Dago. Thank you for stopping in. And thank you for the super stickers. That's really sweet. Thank you. Have a good night. Right? Okay, so we were told 3 to 4. It's a 3-hour difference. Which way? I just explained it. I'm not good at all these time zones. Right? Right? I missed something about shampoo. But which way, Nicole? So if she's writing this at 10:38 p.m., what time is it in Pennsylvania? As she's writing this at 10:38. So if it's 1 a.m. in Pennsylvania, it's 10 p.m. in Pullman. So if she's writing this at 10:38 p.m. in Pullman, then it's like 1:38 in the morning. Okay, well, they've been telling us he was arrested at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's not true either. The fuck? I mean, sorry. But I didn't even realize that until now. I didn't even catch that the first time that I was like, the reason why I went over this is because she's basically telling him they're not going to serve the search warrant until 7 o'clock in the morning on the 30th. And that's a almost 9-hour difference between when she's saying whatever. That's insane. So him being up and like awake and active at almost 2 o'clock in the morning is super normal. They lied about the freaking time they arrested him. I'm just flabbergasted. I didn't even notice this until now. Well, now I'm really curious to see the paperwork that says the time that the warrant was executed in Pullman. That's what they're trying to say. Not that he was, well, not the day that, not whenever he was being arrested, but they're trying to say that he was sorting through trash or whatever. Which again, that's really normal. Like people recycle, especially in those areas because they have to be really careful of the bears and all the stuff. And okay. And there's no proof. There's no proof whatsoever that he was taking his trash and putting it in any of the neighbors' bins. There's no proof of that at all. Now, to separate it inside the house, people do that. People do it with gloves on. People do it at night with gloves on while they're sitting there in their boxer shorts or their sleep shorts or whatever shorts he was wearing. I mean, he wasn't in his underwear. He was not just hanging out in his undies. He had like a, from what it sounds like, a white t-shirt on and some shorts. That's wild to me. But this is the only reason it caught my attention was for this. Okay. I was advised there would be a team coming from Idaho to sit on the 2 locations in Pullman, Washington until we served the search warrants. I was told the warrants would be served the next morning on 12/30/22 at approximately 7 a.m. When the team from ID arrived for the office space, I let them into Wilson Short Hall where they would stay to watch the room. The 2 who I let into the hallway near the office were Detective Snell and Detective Lehman of Idaho State Patrol. They advised a team was already set up near the apartment to watch the residents. So she didn't need the keys from Bryan's apartment that were in there for his office. She didn't need those keys to let them in to his office at WSU. I mean, considering that she's a campus officer, that makes sense to me. But I guess I didn't realize that, like, before the search warrant was executed, that they had people, like, waiting outside. Hey, woke up. How you doing? Then it states that on 12:30 at approximately 6:50 a.m., WSU Police Sergeant Kelly Stewart, officers Joe Kirshner and Dylan Tideman Mueller and I met in the Steptoe Apartments parking lot and waited for MPD to arrive. So explain to me how she's going to let the 2 detectives from ISP into Wilson Short Hall to watch over Bryan's office space. They advised her that there was going to be a team waiting around and watching Bryan's apartment, but then they get to the apartment to execute the search warrant and there's nobody there. And they now have to wait for MPD to show up. It's annoying. It's just annoying because you're reading it completely differently after you know some stuff. See, now I really do want to go back and check the cameras, because right here she's claiming after knocking and announcing 3 times. No, I need to go up one more. We turned on our body cameras and knocked and announced on the door, which we saw. But I'm going to have to go in there and like rewatch it again. This is true. And his parents lived like a very gated community, from what I'm understanding. It's 3:30 in Scotland. That's just cray-cray. The 6-hour difference. Why did this remind me of Mr. Ballin and all those things he tells you to do to torture the like button? It's just, I just don't understand. It's so ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. But I mean, they're there for 7 hours before the crime scene texts and her take a break. So in 7 hours, all they were actually able to do was a bunch of nothing. A bunch of nothing. A bunch of nothing. That's just so crazy. Let's see. So, okay, blind swab of East Sink. Did I see? Oh. So, okay, see, here's the shower rod. Is that the second shower rod? I'm telling you, I feel like I've read shower rod twice. Maybe it's because I've looked at this list so much. Honestly. Is that why they think he was over at the Mad Greek? Was he the new pizza boy? I mean, this is just so crazy. There's nothing here. All this paperwork for what? All this paperwork for what? And the reason why it really, 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 really matters is because when it comes to this one right here, this reddish brown stain on the uncased pillow on the south side of the bed, 2 separate stains, they were cut. Only the larger stain was tested. This one was positive for blood, right? This one was positive for blood. Then we have the mattress cover on the bed in the northeast room on the edge facing the doorway. There was a brown irregular drip. That one also positive, okay? None of the other stuff even matters because it's negative and it's literally nothing. Literally nothing. Now, this is just them again. Written down the exact same way that this is written down, just on this paper. There's no differences. It's exactly the same thing. Literally exactly the exact same thing. But the reason why it matters is because little Miss Dawn Daniels doesn't know how to do her damn job. And this is something that, again, if you guys have been here for a minute, you've seen me and heard me and all the things me going off about this situation. So let me just remind you guys. Got a zombie in the hallway. Hold. Okay. Yeah, and I remember I got mad at that guy. I think that was one of the videos where I was like, I got you, Mr. Steve. Like, I can't believe this guy is running his mouth. But at the time, Steve wasn't really showing his true colors yet. He didn't run. He stayed around. Yeah, I mean, he's a professional, but I just, yeah. Y'all know how I feel about the G's. Hey, Sarah. So, yeah. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. This is pretty much done. Hour and 40 minutes. That's not too bad. Fridays, tomorrow, I'm not doing anything. The only thing that I'm going to release tomorrow, and I'm probably going to start doing this part. I'll have to do this one this weekend. I'm going to start taking the lives and cutting out just the subjects of it. So tomorrow, sometime in the evening, I have like just the Reddit stuff from yesterday's live that's going to post. Right now it's posted for members only because I'm trying to like, I don't really, I forget all about the members thing, and I'm really, really just like bad at keeping up with stuff. I really am. I'm really bad at keeping up with stuff. So I'm trying to at least let like certain videos be like members only at first. And especially since like this is just like recap clips. So tomorrow that's going to happen. And I'm going to try to do the same with this one to where I'm cutting out like just the stuff that's important, just going over the inventory list. And then of course, you know, if anybody wants to like listen to the full thing and hear our crazy conversations that they can. What does that mean? What is a D thing? I don't know. Thank you. I don't know what a D thing is. You're going to have to explain to me, Anita. I don't know what that means. Okay, but yeah, that's going to drop tomorrow. So for any of you guys that missed it, it's only like 20 minutes, I think. The DM thing. Huh? Girl, I talk so much, I forget what I say. I don't know. I do it with my kids all the time too. I'll be in the middle of some sentence and then I squirrel. I swear. Right, that's the only thing that I can think of. I really do think that like I have an adult ADHD just all of a sudden. Either that or my brain is just slowly declining because I'm stressed out all the time. One of the two. But yeah, that's it, you guys. I just wanted you guys to see and for it to be out there. Because I'm going to end up, when I clip this, putting it a certain way to where people understand this is air. This is a bag of chips. There's nothing here whatsoever. The 3 pieces that might have been something aren't anything, because even after they were given to Ann Taylor, she can still sit up in court and state there's no explanation for the lack of evidence. Meaning that whatever it was, even if it was blood, it was probably Bryan's. And it's irrelevant. But it has been really interesting going back through stuff after we like know facts. Because it's been such a big game. It is. It's Lays. Lays and Ruffles in their teasingness. Actually, you know what, guys? This is like a separate subject, which is kind of what I want to change my Logical Oddity channel to. Well, I'm not going to change it. I might change it. YouTube posted something yesterday about being able to let people appeal demonetizations and stuff on their actual channels, because my second channel got demonetized during the Trump rally stuff. Not even for anything I said. It was literally not even on a video where I even talked. It was literally me sharing a clip on a short where I didn't say anything. I just let the clip play. And that demonetized my whole little channel. What I think I want to do is do more of like a lifetimey type channel. I know, it's so stupid. I'm going to try to appeal like they said, and then I'm going to change it. I'm going to change the whole everything. And it's going to be more like just like kind of like how we live. We shop a certain way. Like we don't buy certain foods that have certain ingredients in them. I try to live in the middle because we're very aware that the world out here is a lie, right? But we have to live in it, and my children have to live in it. So even though we go and we shop for organic sugars and I buy $7 gallons of organic milk, I'll still go take them to Wendy's. You know what I mean? Like we try to live in the middle. So I don't know. I kind of feel like there should be, bro. There should be. Get on my nerves. There should be. But I kind of want to do like a channel like that. Where it's just kind of like living our little in the middle life. Into who now? Mr. T? Like the actual Mr. T? Or did I miss something? see. I feel like I missed. Yeah. And bioengineered food ingredients. Like, I understand, like, some people are just like, oh, that's just how they mix it up in the plant and factory. No, there's no reason for me to pick up something off the food shelf and not only have this bioengineered ingredient product in it, but also I'm getting like California cancer warnings, like Prop 65 warnings on my ramen noodles. That's a problem. No, 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 no. See, the organic milk is the only milk that we can drink to where we don't feel like full and heavy. Like if we drink regular milk, I'll drink like barely like half a cup of it, and I feel like it sits on my stomach. We drink organic milk, even just the Walmart brand organic milk, and I can drink normal amounts or have cereal or whatever, and I don't feel overly heavy. Oh, I know. Yeah. Even my dad calls it bio poop. My dad's 70, right? He still has like a flip phone. He has a flip phone that he texts with. And we've been going back and forth with like products so I can show him like which cereals don't have it, which cookies don't have it. Every Oreo product out there has the bioengineered boo boo in it. Yeah, sinuses too. Sinuses too. I know. And that's another thing I was showing my kids because my kids know all about this stuff, right? The difference is like just in a Fanta, they have like 67, 66, 67% less ingredients in their sodas and stuff. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Message me on Twitter. I haven't checked it. I haven't checked my messages today on Twitter, but message me on Twitter. I know you messaged me yesterday. Your husband's Etsy shop. I saw like the little pre-read of it. So send me something on Twitter and I'll check it either tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, I kind of like talking about that kind of stuff. Plus we want to grow stuff. House projects. Like I did one house project and sort of videoed it, but I haven't done anything with it. It's just kind of sitting there, but I was like proud of myself when I did it. It was heavy, but I did it. Yeah, the food sucks. Email, I haven't checked my email today. I like turn off notifications for stuff because I get bombarded with stuff. So I kind of just like when I remember to, I know it's horrible, guys, I know, but I got so much to do and so much in my brain, and I'm just like, I can't keep like all the notifications coming at me. But honestly, I need to get more organized. Yeah, I believe that. Well, the fluoride in your toothpaste is screwing up your teeth. Fluoride's bad for you for a lot of different reasons, but some people don't want to get into that stuff. That's the kind of stuff I like talking about, and stuff like the studies, stuff I like to make sure, like we're paying attention. Like even my 6-year-old, he like makes sure that like if we're getting anything new at the store, we make sure that it doesn't have the stuff, and he'll even say, "Does it have the bio poop in it?" He says it like my dad does. But yeah, both the older kids pay attention to it too. We have like toothpaste left over from whenever I was couponing, and I always try to get as much as the fluoride free as possible. My son, for those of you who have like little kids and it's like difficult, yes, that part. A lot of people don't want to talk about that because a lot of people don't believe that it's real, but it's totally real. Totally real. It for real really is. Don't drink your bottled water either, which you kind of have to if you can't really drink your tap water, because the bottled water, the plastics in it is crazy. And that's another thing that people like don't really notice is that the plastics that the government has like these factories putting your food and stuff in, most of the time the food safe plastics that are like usable for years and they'll last longer without like degrading into your food, those are normally the ones that are used for like harsh chemicals and stuff like that. But all the plastics that are used for your food is normally like stuff that will do like what water bottles do whenever it gets too warm, and the plastic particles will go into the water and you're drinking all that stuff. What did we just see going around? That apparently like guys jewel things have like plastic in it for bottled water or something, right? Build anything. But yeah, it's gonna be fun to like teach the kids all this stuff. Oh, that's what I was talking about, the toothpaste. Yes, I've tried charcoal. I like charcoal. I get my 6-year-old chocolate toothpaste, It's from, let me pull it up on my phone. It's from the original person who created the toothpaste in a tube. My dad texted me about Trump and Harris. I'm going to have to get into a conversation with my dad whenever I get done. But you know, whenever you go to the dentist, they have like chocolate toothpaste or whatever flavors you can get at the dentist office. They sell it on Amazon. It's the original guy. It's like over 100 years old, and it's like $12 for two, and they come in metal thingies. And my son has given me hell his entire life. I've gone through battery, toothbrushes. We've done different characters. We've tried all his favorite characters, all the things. Okay, now Amazon's not taking forever to freaking load up. So I'll do it in a second. Anyway, it's chocolate toothpaste. It's the only thing we've gotten from him. It's fluoride free. It's from the original guy. There's no bad ingredients in it. It's like hella natural, and it's never an issue. I say, go brush your teeth. He runs. And he doesn't swallow it. He does it right. I mean, we buy it. We're very selective with it because whenever we get cases of water, we go through a case in probably like 2 days. We drink a lot of water, and we don't, even now, like in our house here, like there's really no reason not to drink our water. I just don't trust it. So we buy cases of water and we go through them in like 2 days. They don't sit for very long. I've been wanting to look into like a water delivery thing, like the ones where they come and deliver, like the big Culligan, I guess was the company back whenever I was a kid and mom had water delivery. It was the Culligan man. Almost something like that. I just haven't even bothered looking. Good night, Tonka. Yeah, we're about to close this off. It's definitely time. I've seen that. Didn't y'all just talk about that up here earlier? I saw that. No, I might try one. We just don't drink it. We could. I feel like we probably could. I just don't trust it. But yeah. I know. Shit's expensive enough. I mean, seriously, what's the difference? The price differences and stuff, right? You can go and buy, like we use half and half in our coffee instead of high sugar creamers now. So we go and get like a half a gallon of half and half. If it's like a store brand, non-organic with all the extra boo-boo in it that you don't really need, it's like $3 for a half gallon. If you get an organic one, that's literally like as pure can get for it being something sold at a store, it's like 3 times the price. I mean, you can go and get a can of vegetables off the Walmart shelf for what, 50, 60 cents, 70 cents at the most, maybe. You go and get that exact same thing in the organic brand, and it's like $3. Perfect example is I was looking for cream of mushrooms the other day on Kroger's website because they're really the only ones. Their Simple Truth brand or whatever with organics is one that I really like to use, and it's cheaper. But even with them, it's like $3.84 for a can of organic cream of mushroom, but even the Campbell's brand is like $1.50 something on their shelf. Lowe's has water stuff? I didn't know that. I used to live at Lowe's. I mean, not like actually. We had one really close. So that's crazy. I didn't know that. See, that's another thing. You have to constantly replace those filters. But I mean, either way, if you're not wanting to get like the worst quality of something ever, you're going to have to pay money. We haven't drank. Oh my gosh. I don't even think we drank the sink water at the apartment. It's been a long time. I mean, and I came from the generation of if you're thirsty during the day, you better drink out the hose because you're not coming in the house. And I won't even drink out the sink. Yeah, it is. It is. And it's doubling up, tripling up, quadrupling up on price, and the quality of it and the quantity of it is going down. Yeah. Yeah, we don't give the dog sink water. Nope. And I think it's funny that like people like say like chemtrails and stuff aren't real, but like Tennessee totally banned chemtrails. And I'm like, you can't ban something that doesn't exist. So people are funny. But I guess that's it, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and close this off. Probably going to go watch an episode of Dexter before I go to bed. Because me and Ariel are still catching up on that show. But I'm going to post that thing tomorrow. It'll release tomorrow evening in case you guys haven't seen the recap of the Reddit survey, even though we already knew what it was. But I wanted to do a what it actually is versus what they want it to be. Because it's gotten crazy. And it's just crazy that it's been almost 2 years and people still are not understanding. But that's what we're here for, right? Us critical thinkers that know what's going on. I'll go ahead and close this out. Y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for you guys being here. The super stickers, any of the things that happened, because I can't remember half of anything that happened. Super stickers. Yes, all of these. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any members because I would have felt so bad. I really would have felt like poop and had to go and do a whole community post. Speaking of community posts, I'll go put those Reddit things up tomorrow in the community tab because I don't know what YouTube's going to do if I put them in the description box. And this 166... Tell me if you guys get this. Because I don't know how this works. I always see people dropping links in the chat. For those of you who haven't seen this that want to look at it yourselves, there it goes. Can y'all click on that? I mean, it's just to the 166 pages to where if you wanted to look through it all yourself. Yes, that might not be this weekend, but I definitely will get something together just so that I can give y'all all the tools that I use, because the people that I found, very, very, very easy to follow. Okay, that's the 166 pages. That's the inventory sheet, Blaker's stuff, Don Daniels stuff, the trespass paperwork, all that stuff. All that stuff. Just so that you guys can go look at it yourself if you so choose, because some people haven't seen it, some people have seen it, but it was just like a drop from the New York Times. They basically just gathered everything up and said, "Plop, here you go." So yeah, you guys go and have fun and read that for your little bedtime stories. But that's it, you guys. I hope y'all guys have a great night. Thank you so much again for being here. You guys are amazing. Have a great Thursday night. Be safe tomorrow. Be safe this weekend. I might go live Sunday. I'll let y'all know. See y'all. Please do not forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already.